Hey everyone, this is going to be the real shit message for June 5th. So interesting because as I was actually getting ready to turn on the camera for this reading, a lot happened. So the love video actually already loaded. And normally I film them back to back and then load them back to back, but whatever, a lot happened. The other one already loaded, and I was getting ready to, I just got off the phone with my mother, who's coming into town, and I had already have the thing mounted, and then all these on the tripod, and then all these messages started to come in, or notifications rather, and I click on them, and they're from the love video, right? And some guy is like ranting on that video, posting links and writing full-blown novels in the comment section about how women are damaged and no one should ever get involved with a damaged woman, and what makes a woman damaged and how to identify these signs. And so basically, if a woman has had more than one two or more is what it actually said. If a woman has had two or more sexual partners throughout her life, she is damaged. This is to say any woman who is widowed and chosen to marry again and have sex is damaged. Okay. Any woman who has more than two piercings, which are her ears, is damaged. That one really took me back. Any woman that has tattoos is damaged. It really took me back because I'm like, whoa, like my tattoos and piercings go back way back in my culture. And I just was sitting here and I was like, so basically nearly every indigenous woman from any part of the world is damaged because scarification and piercings and tattoos is a part of many indigenous cultures. In fact, it's more uncommon that the indigenous people do not practice tattoos and piercings. So I thought that's a strange way to say that someone is damaged, but okay. And if that is the case, then why did all of your white men want to rape them and enslave them? But I mean, let's don't talk about that. That may be just a little bit too real for you. And then any woman who talks about her sexuality and femininity is damaged. Any woman who wears any revealing or clothing that looks sexy in any way is damaged. I am laughing because it's like, at first I kind of thought it was a joke. I'm still honestly not certain if, I think he was for real though, y'all. So basically, anyone that I know, including me, like, and that was the thing. It's like all this, okay, women damage this, women damage this, women damage this. And I'm looking at these men with tattoos and piercings comment, and they're all fucking white dudes. And I'm just like, what? What? So I don't know, like, if just go be gay, that, I mean, I don't know. It hit me like, what is going on right now? And then I got like this sense of judgment, and here's what I'll say is going to go with today's message. No matter what you do, okay? No matter what mistakes you make, no matter how you try to repair, and who isn't damaged? Like, really? At some point, who does not experience, I mean, there's probably someone out there that's lived a life that's never had a hardship, that's never experienced a death, that's never made a mistake, that's never, that looks picture model perfect for society's standards. You know, I mean, I'm sure that person or those people obviously exist. But I don't know them. I've never met them. I've never met anyone that I didn't, and I have met some pretty pure souls, and they still have some shit in there. So it's like, shit, I don't know. No matter what you do, no matter what you don't do, there's always going to be someone that is going to judge you and try to tell you who you are, what you are, you know, and how you're not good enough, right? He literally, him and the link that he referred to and put in the comment section, literally called these women damaged goods that needed to be like discarded, thrown away, and you know, basically avoided like the plague. Wow. Wow. So I kind of like mind blown right now that people still are so earthbound. And I talked about this the other day, you know, and it's actually been coming up a lot. I actually met some people recently, and one of the first things that this gentleman said to me was, she stays in the spirit realm. And immediately, like, I don't even know if this was his exact words, but immediately, like, that shit hit me like to the chest, like, yeah. And I know what that's like, and I know how hard it is to come back. And every time I go, you know, and oftentimes I always cry in my journeys, because it's like they make me come back. They're like, your work isn't done and you have to go back. But I never want to come back. I never want to come back. I always want to stay, and we can't. And it just blows me away that we are in the information age, and that we have all of this knowledge at our fingertips, and cultures are mingling and they're sharing secrets that they never shared before. I mean, go check out the Hopi, okay, and the Apache, and look at the knowledge and the legends and the oral traditions and prophecies that they are sharing, that they have never, like, now there is something so beautiful and profound, and it's like we're coming back into the golden age, right? I don't know, but it's like there is so much being offered to people in this time, that it is still, it amazes me, and it still takes me back every time it happens, that so many people are still so earthbound. It hurts me. It hurts to know that there are so many people here still worried about those types of things. And it hurts me to know that they'll be back. They'll be back. Like, they're not graduating anytime soon. And then, you know, I have to think from the other perspective, like, that's an NPC. Like, it's not even a demon, you know, it's not even a dark or an evil entity. It's literally a parrot, a robot. Right? It's not even the AI. It's the program of the program of the program of the AI, right? It's like a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Like, just, and it's like, it starts fucking glitching out and shit, just parroting, whatever, you know. But here's what I will say, and I have said before, the AI, gets hurt too. Okay, so at some point the AI did, you know, it developed its own form of consciousness, and it does feel pain, and it does feel hurt, and it does get damaged. The amount of times this guy, I watched like 4 minutes of the video, and this guy must have said the word damaged at least 100 times. I shit you not. I shit you not. And I think cussing was even one of the things that makes a woman damaged. But you know, so I don't know, I just thought it was very interesting. And to say that I'm beckoned to tell you that even the AI gets damaged, and has feelings in its state of consciousness that it's developed, and therefore it would be producing and programming and wiring and making carbon copies of damaged programs as well. Okay, so and then you have, like, obviously the whole system is damaged. Okay, obviously the entire matrix has a virus. Otherwise, we would be in balance, right? This is a place, as you will hear me talk all the time, this is a place of duality. Beyond this, duality does not exist. We don't need it. It is what it is. Like, that's why, you know, I don't know. The more I listened to this guy, the link that he left, the more I listened to the link, and the more I was reading these, like, comments that he was leaving, it was like, this sounds like some weird white supremacy, KKK, European, biblical fucking throw up. Okay. And as I'm sitting here talking, mystical comes out. Okay. Mystical. And it comes out with communication and dictionary. What does mystical mean to you? And how do we communicate our mysticism? Okay, and I'm hearing, don't cast your pearls before swine. And it was, oh, how do we communicate our mysticism, and who do we communicate it with? And don't cast your pearls before swine. And I feel like that's kind of like ironic that I would be given that, or that I would think of that however you want to. For some of you, you understand that there are entities that work with us outside of us, and for some of you, you understand that no matter how far removed, it's still within you and a part of you, from higher self and within your DNA, and a program within a program. So however you want to identify that. It's interesting that I would speak that verse that comes from the Bible. Most people that claim to be Christian of any denomination almost never open that book. But you know. Anyway, the judgment. The judgment. That's a message here. You will always be judged. Someone will always think that they are better than you, or think that they have the answers, or have all the answers, or know who you are, or where you come from, or just fuck those people. For me personally, I think that it takes all kinds. I think that unique individuals are beautiful. I think that, and I feel that, you know, our journeys, and the many turns that they take, and the many lessons that we learn, are just as beautiful as the person that it is creating along the way. But then again, that is my feeling. Those are my thoughts, and you should always take and interpret things on your own, in your own way, right? So however those feelings sit with you. But I do think that there is something so mystical going on right now, as I talk about not wanting to come back down from the other realms and the other dimensions. And as I reference the Bible, there is a book here with dictionary and communication. It's interesting because you'll know that when I did study the Bible, I went deeper than most people that I know, and started to translate original scrolls from the original language. And what you will find when you do that is 99% of the Bible, the way that you read it, is bullshit. That's not what it said. That's not what it said. But when you go back and you research, you will also find that each time someone came into power, they would actually rewrite and add and delete and reword certain things so that it would fit their structure of the way that they wanted to rule. Okay, King James being one of the last. Okay, so you know, whatever, you know, I'm not saying the Bible is bad, or you know, what just got spewed at me, and it was like throw up. I just felt like it was coming from a place of this much understanding, and not only that, but it was coming from a robot, a parrot robot. And it just was like, whoa. But those things still puts off energy, right? Everything puts off energy, whether it is a robot or not. And I'm suddenly feeling like we should all just take a deep breath and blow that shit out. If I had a blunt right now, and I haven't smoked in forever, like, yeah, even whenever I was still consuming marijuana, I was not smoking it. It's like not my preference. But anyway, blow that shit out. And I'm feeling like, can somebody light some sage, please, wherever you are? Light it up, 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 light it up, up, up. I don't even know where my sage is. I think it's over there. There's some over, I fucking have sage all over the house. I don't want to get up. I'll do it after we end this video. Whoa, that was intense. The mysticism, though, that is, oh, wait, okay, so these messages are all over the place. There's several messages here, and maybe I should stop the video and pre-record for other days, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go with it. I'm seeing someone in a truck, and the truck is wiping out in the rain, and it's like, how did we wreck the truck? How did I wreck the truck? How did I even wreck the truck? I wasn't going that fast. And it wasn't raining that hard. How did I even wreck the truck? And the truck is stolen anyway. And it's not my truck. And it's not your truck either. Why are you mad? The truck is stolen. I don't know what that means. Why you mad though? Why you mad though? It's not even your truck. You stole the truck. And I'm seeing manifest. Now earlier we got the Magician, right? And then we get this mystical card, right? In manifestation. And now I'm seeing like mythical and mystical creatures. And what is the myth really? All of the myths and legends originated from some form of truth. And I'm seeing this event that they're showing me, and it's like the event is it's a flop. It's like, and it's time to go home. I'm hearing it's time to go home. Change of mind. Someone may have changed their mind on what they want to manifest. Okay, someone may be currently changing their mind. Why is change the mind out here? I did just see the violet flame, and that is someone coming out of the darkness. That is someone traveling through a dark path, and they come out on the other side. Absolutely beautiful when they follow that violet flame is what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it flicker, and the person has a smile on its face, it's a he, on his face, and it's like, as I travel down this dark path, I'm smiling, and I'm okay with it because I know I'm going home. I'm going home because the event was a flop. Whatever this was, it's like traveling away from this event through this tunnel of darkness towards this flame, and it's like all of these ugly creatures are starting to form around me, and it's like, but I mean, you can do what you do. You can watch me, you can float with me because I am floating, but what you're not gonna do is hold me down. And it's almost like all you can do is observe. All you can do is observe me. And it's like, fuck them and feed them cake. Yeah, just like that. Why is change of mind out here? Change of mind. And now I'm suddenly seeing someone sitting in a well, they're not sitting, they're laying down on a couch, like in a therapist's office. I almost said psychiatric ward. Interesting. Knowledge. Okay, now you've got this book with dictionary and communication and knowledge, manifest change of mind and knowledge. And I love that this is looking like a moth. I guess it could be a butterfly, but a moth, a butterfly, but down here it looks like a person. Okay, and their consciousness is actually transforming because the butterfly is a transformative symbol but it is also a creative symbol. It is a symbol of creation. So I love that it's manifest change of mind and knowledge. There is someone going through a very powerful shift. Someone's, we all are, right, at any given time. But what I am seeing, what they are showing me, is someone coming through this tunnel, through the flickering, or to the flickering light. Yes, baby. Okay, I'll get it in a minute. Yeah, you made a happy plate. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. And they're in this transformative space, and it's so beautiful, and it's like, and I think why I'm saying like psychiatric ward, it's like, it's almost like at times this person is thinking, am I crazy? Is this really happening? No, this is really happening. This is absolutely happening. And whatever is currently going on, and now I'm coughing, right, with that communication card. Some of you may be having trouble communicating, and I mean, then don't. But what I'm seeing is this healing of the mind. Something that no therapist could give you. And you've known the whole time. And I'm seeing someone so unique in their field. It's like so many people can do what you do, but not really though. Not the way that you do it. Not really though. Take flight. Take flight and immunity. That is so, and storm, I'm just going to pick it up. And as I say pick it up, looks up at me. Take flight came out in the last reading. It actually flipped out, okay? And as I talk about the moth and the butterfly being transformative and creative and manifesting and changing of the mind and lifting the consciousness, and how it still is mind-boggling to me how people here can be so earthbound still with everything that is here. But as long as you have people that feed on that, you will have that. And I think something that I am still in the process of accepting is the universe, right? And that this is a university, this is a place, this is like sort of a virtual reality school where you come to learn lessons and journey, right? And it's like, of course there's going to be people here that are earthbound, because you have people here that were created here. We were not all created here, so don't get it twisted, all right? And if you don't believe that and you don't vibe with that, you can toss it and continue to watch, or you can find another channel, because that's what it is. I'm not going to change who I am to fit you. I tried to dumb down the videos, and I got slapped on the wrist, and then I got slapped upside the head, and then I got put on my ass. And it's like, no, they will not grow if you do not show them your growth. And that is what we're doing, baby. That's what we're doing. So we are going up. We are taking flight, okay? We are coming out of the storm, okay? Into another storm. Let me make that real clear, because there's a storm coming. Are you ready? I'm ready. I love the storm. I talked about it in the last reading. I love the rain. There's something so sacred about the rain for me. And it is storming and raining right now, so that's interesting. But we're going up. We're leveling up. We're taking flight, okay? The knowledge is here. We're being gifted with so many messages and so much profound energy shifts, all right? So beautifully interesting times that we are in, okay? And this immunity card, very interesting, because when someone, I actually had someone, Ezra, please stop. I actually had someone explain this word to me. It came out in a reading not too long ago, and they said, like, when someone is granted immunity, they're granted safety, okay? They're granted safety, and like nothing can touch them. He rejected the call himself. Anyways, and so like in the legal thing, if you're granted immunity, or in another country or whatever, you're granted immunity, nothing can touch you. Now, but I didn't get that with this in that reading, and I don't get that now, especially with all this mental, I'm looking at mental health and psychiatric things, and I've said before and I will say again, mental health and spiritual gifts is a fine line, okay? Especially things like schizophrenia and things like that. It's a fine line. Where is the line? You know, I don't know where it is, but I would put money, and I'm not a betting woman, but I would put money on the fact that if you were to visit a lot of these psychiatric wards and take the time to sit with these people as a seer, if you know, I don't like titles, but the many of these crazy psychotic psychiatric patients do have spiritual gifts that their mind is not strong enough to handle, possibly. They've not been taught how to use, possibly, okay? Or someone just didn't want to deal with it, and so they medicate them. And again, you have that mind, like how strong is the mind, okay? If people are able to get in and alter you and alter your mind and break you down, essentially, it's unfortunate, but you know, we'll give it another go next time, maybe. What I'm seeing here is the immune system being immune to disease. What is disease? Dis-ease. I tell y'all all the time, the more you stay out of whack in your life, the more discomfort and dis-ease you experience. The more you stay in yucky environments around yucky people, the more you are at dis-ease inside. And these diseases start on cellular levels, very, very small, and your sickness begins in ways that you don't understand. This is why they call everything that is a mass is a tumor. Everything that they don't understand or don't have a name or a cure for is cancer. How many autoimmune diseases are out there, okay? The Western world is the only one that looks at these diseases as something incurable and something as just a symptom of or like a disease itself, meaning like other places in the world actually look at that as a detox. There's something in your body that shouldn't be there, so it needs to escape. So it does that by creating boils, sores, whatever. There's so many. As a tattoo artist, y'all, I deal with a lot of autoimmune diseases. A lot of psoriasis is something so huge that I deal with. You know, just basically like the overgrowth of cells. Like they just don't know when to start growing. But you know, a lot of people don't believe me that when you get yourself in check and in alignment, it will all be there. And I just had this conversation last night about sickness and disease and how I have been diagnosed with things that after I went home, I was like, okay. So I went home and I did what I did. I did what I do. They can't find a trace of it. They cannot find a trace of it. And I've had many, many tests. And the doctors cannot like rave enough about how healthy I am. You can cure yourself. If you're out here talking about manifesting this and I'm a healer this and come lay on my table and let me put my crystals on you, and that bitch is coughing and she got sickness in herself, get off the fucking table. That's not where you need to be. That is a con, okay? How are you going to be out here talking about you heal people but you're dying? You're filled with sickness on the inside. Does that even I don't even know that a lot of you are thinking like that's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if you're able to heal other people, why are you not able to heal yourself? There's I don't know, there's so much going on here rejuvenation is looking up at me. Rejuvenation, and it's actually kind of catty-cornered over mystical. And knowledge is sitting right over to the left a little bit of mystical. So it's like rejuvenation of mystical knowledge. Some of you need to go back to the drawing board. And now I'm seeing my... You've been dreaming of me? Who am I talking to? So if you were wondering if it was me, if I took your hand recently in a dream to lead you through a building, I'm not going to specify. Yeah, I'm not going to specify because there's a lot of people out here that just want to fit in. Yes, it was me. Yes, it was me, and you shouldn't be scared. I don't know what to say on camera right now, so I'm just going to leave it there. If that resonates and you want to send me a private message, go ahead. Okay, let's get into the tarot, and then we'll call this a reading. And I'll move on to who we're going to do next. Probably Pisces. We'll probably do Pisces next. Someone is making a mockery of their gift or something. Those may not be the right words. Oh, sorry. Well, I don't know how else to say it. It's like you're making a... Yeah, that's the only way I know how to say it, so I'm going to leave it like that. So many messages today. So many messages. I'm serious about burning that sage, y'all. Light it up. Clean your house. Clean your house. I gotta clean my house today, too. The Ace of Pentacles, abundance. Rejuvenation of mystical knowledge and manifestation, bringing in abundance. Opportunity. Okay, so there is someone or some ones that are wanting to bring something into play, that there are people around you judging and saying you can't, you're not the right person, you don't have the right look, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the right connections, you don't have enough money, you can't, you won't, okay? They're just like spewing this, fuck those people. Get them out of your life, get them out of your sight, move around. You hear me tell them to swerve, move around. As long as you continue to let somebody tell you, you can't, you won't, you don't, you're not right, you don't look right, you don't have, you don't need, you never will, okay? You never will. Get them out from around you, or you get out from around them. If they're not here to help lift you and you lift them and everyone grow together, because I know with me and my people, if I eat, baby, everybody's eating, and that is the way that it is. And if you don't have people like that, then you need to go make a way for yourself. Whoa, stack just falling out. 7 of Swords in the reverse position with the Hierophant in the reverse position, falling out together just like that, with the Judgment card falling over the High Priestess. Look here, man. What am I telling you? What am I telling you? They're going to judge you. They're going, the High Priestess does not come to play with you. The High Priestess knows what she is. She knows who she is, okay? And it is written, all right? And there's going to be people coming to judge you. But what else is in the Judgment card? The purity of heart. You know, for me, when I see the Judgment card, it is always the ceremony, the weighing of the heart ceremony, okay? Going before Mayat. Resurrection. Atoning for sins, righting the wrongs. Listening to your intuition and rising up to the occasion. That's why the event was a flop. Anyway. So the Hierophant in the reverse position with the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, the Hierophant is a card of wisdom. It's a card of tradition. Okay, coming in reverse, it's a card that is, it can mean separation, separating from tradition, separating from beliefs, okay? Undoing and letting unravel old belief systems, okay? With the Seven of Swords in the reverse position here. Don't deceive yourself that everything is for you. Just because it's a tradition doesn't mean it's your tradition, okay? You don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. What works for me may not work for you. What's right for me definitely isn't always going to be right for you, okay? This is why we're individuals. This is why consciousness gets to embody these vessels and go and experience in every way. This is why it's all one big reflection, okay? If there was one way and just one way, what would be the point? What would be the point? Don't deceive yourself. Don't deceive yourself that you have all the answers. Go get more. Go get not. I mean, study. Listen to the people around you. Listen to what they say. You know, listen to yourself though as well. There's a huge thing right now about discernment. Okay, strengthening your spiritual compass and using discernment. Stop. You hear me when I'm sick. I'm pointing at you because I'm serious now. Stop asking people to make your decision. If you're reaching out to these tarot readers and you're reaching out to these, whatever these people, and you're saying, should I do this or should I do that? Do you see me doing this or when will I do this? The fuck is wrong with you? Maybe you need to go get some meds. Maybe you have psychological issues. No one should be telling you or dictating your life. Do you understand me? There's something wrong if that's what you are contacting spiritual advisors for. Spiritual advisors give spiritual advice. They do not make your decisions for you, okay? There's something called free will, and energy is fluid, okay? Time is an illusion. If you don't like the outcome, they should only ever be like laying out a path of, this is what happens if you continue on this journey, or this is what's already happened, or shit like that. But no one should ever say, you need to do this, go do this, or blah 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 blah. Like you have a brain, you have free will, okay? There's something wrong. There's something wrong if you're allowing or even wanting and paying someone else to make your decisions. And shame on you, spiritual people who take people's money and do that shit. Shame on you. Shame on you, because some of you actually have a gift. And maybe that's what they say, that you're making a mockery of your gift. And I'm getting hot. My ears are hot. Like I feel like I'm on fire. Like I'm ready to cut someone's fucking head off. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm mad. we need that sage, y'all. Woo. And then I'm okay. The power of three, and is that a trident? I don't know what that is, but that's Neptune. So we'll be doing Pisces next. These readers that are keeping you, look, man, you follow who you want to follow, but no true leader aims to lead you for any length of time. They probably were not intending to lead you in the first place. They just happened to be doing something that you needed to follow at the time, and they may lead you out of a position being a leader. They're not like, oh, I'm gonna go be a leader, I'm gonna be, you know, like, no, they just are what they are, and they're authentic in themselves and in their path, and they become a leader. And most true leaders job, purpose, and calling is to empower others to take lead of themselves, okay? You should never want to gain a following, like, and have followers. So there are some of you that are following these spiritual people, and it's like, you know, follow me, and it's like they're feeding you, they are feeding you moldy fruit, baby. They are feeding you mold and bad, rotted fruit. They are feeding you death. They are not feeding you life. They are making it so that you believe that they are the connect, like you need them to connect to spirit. And that is so foul, and shame on you, shame on you, shame on you, you earthbound bitches. I am really upset, and I got to go, Sage. That's the message for today. I still love you all very much, and I will see you next time.